Hi everyone, my name is Alex Grant, and we're here again for another edition of Mic Drop. And today's topic I have entitled, Why Can't I Let Go? So, you've been in a relationship for a while, and you've come to a dead end, and you've realized it's not going to work. You realize you both want different things, or you may want the same things but have very different ideas as to how to achieve it. You have given your very best, you've given many years, perhaps even your best years, and you have realized that if you really want to achieve your dreams and aspirations, you're in bad company. So, you know it's time to let go. But why is it so hard to take that step? Why have you maybe already broken up with this person, but emotionally and inwardly, you're still attached and holding on for your dear life? Well, let me give you a couple of ideas and hunches as to why this is happening. First, let's think about what kind of meaning you attach to letting go. Maybe you think that letting go makes you a failure, makes you someone who's a loser, or who is unsuccessful at sustaining a relationship from beginning to end and allowing it to come to full completion. Maybe you're comparing yourself to your friends and family, and you think of a lot of your closest pals who've managed to succeed at having a relationship, or at least you think so, and because they're married and maybe even having children. So it's the weight that you put on the idea of breaking up. The other thing is that you're maybe misunderstanding what the purpose of dating and being in a committed relationship is for. We date in order to explore the possibility and the potential that exists on establishing a long-term relationship with someone. So it's an experiment, it's a trial, it's a test. And sometimes after you've tested for a while a relationship, if you're completely honest with yourself, it's not working. This person is not a good match for you. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about it. There's nothing to be ashamed about simply because you're not a good match. It's like trying to wear two pairs of shoes that are different. There's nothing wrong with either one of them. It's just not a good match. It's like trying to wear a high heel and a flat. It's just not going to be sustainable and workable in the long run. Other things that also make it harder for you to let go is the fact that you're worried about what other people might say. You're thinking about how other people might perceive the breakup. You're too worried about the optics. But let me tell you that this relationship is only yours and this other person's. No one else has lived in your shoes. No one else knows what it's like to be in this relationship. No one else has endured what you have endured in this relationship, for better or for worse. So why worry about what other people think when your life is not a reality and people around you are not the judges? So you need to allow yourself to be completely honest and congruent with yourself and acknowledge that it's simply time to let go if it's not working. Why force yourself to remain in a relationship that has no purpose and no meaning and no functionality in the long run, simply to appear in the company of somebody else, to pretend that it's working, to pretend that the relationship is successful when in reality it's not. The other thing is you're also missing out on the good news. And the good news is that by you stepping out of a relationship that doesn't work while you're still ahead, you're preventing yourself from further suffering, from further experiencing greater frustration, and also this might actually save your life, because some people begin to die inside when they're in bad company, when they're in a relationship that's just sucking the life away from them. So that's the good news. This is actually the earlier you acknowledge this truth, the more time and quality of life you're saving for yourself and even for the other person. The other thing is that you also need to be aware of the fact that sometimes you may be in love with the idea more so than you're in love with the person. Sometimes you just like the sound of being somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend or somebody's partner, even though you're not with the best boyfriend or girlfriend or partner. So you also have to be completely honest. If you're really putting all of your energy and all of your resources towards an appearance, towards sustaining a facade, and not necessarily for something that's really life-giving to you. Because at the end of the day, when you shut the door, when the lights go down, and you're completely in silence with yourself, you have to ask yourself, am I in peace with this decision? Is this making me grow? Or is this killing me softly, just like the song? And I'm just trying to pretend so that I maintain an image that's really not sustainable in the long run. So let me give you a couple of ideas of what you can do in order to be able to let go. First and foremost, and you've already done this if you've done the exercise of being by yourself and asking yourself, what am I gaining from this? You have to be completely honest with yourself first and foremost. You cannot continue to lie to yourself or try to pretend for other people, because people that truly know you, they can see through you. They can see in your eyes if you're truly at peace or happy, or if you're just pretending. People that truly want to see you succeed and thrive and be happy, they're gonna be your biggest supporters. They're gonna be there for you no matter what, and they ultimately want to see you happy and fulfilled, and having the life that you've always dreamed of. Secondly, assess what is it that you're gaining and what is it that you're losing by remaining in this relationship. Because if a relationship doesn't add and multiply, it subtracts and divides. And you have to be completely honest if this is something that's multiplying joy and peace and growth for you, or is it something that's actually just taking all of those things away from you. You also have to ask yourself whether this relationship has brought out the best in you, whether this has made you a better person, someone more level-headed, someone more mature, someone more grounded, someone more at peace, someone more fulfilled, or whether this relationship is actually making you less of all those things you aspire to be. Also, you have to ask yourself, was this person the kind of person that you would desire for a loved one of yours? Or is this person the role model that you would like for your children if you aspire to have them, to model themselves after this person that you're choosing? Would this be the person that you would aspire or desire for a son of yours or a daughter of yours? Or would you want them to also be the role model that you would have your children have in order to pick a spouse or a partner in the future? Because if you can't say yes to this, then the answer to that is, if you don't want them for your loved ones or for your children, why would you want them for yourself? You also have to be grateful for the opportunity that you had and the lessons learned with this person. You have to be grateful of the fact that you came to your senses and you realized this early enough so that you did not waste your time and energy and resources in something that was not going to end up well. So I always think of, from a spiritual sense, that when I haven't been in relationships that did not work and relationships that I had to let go of, I'm very grateful that I'm not there anymore, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today, and I wouldn't be who I am today had I been stuck in those rotten relationships in the past. And finally, you have to also ask yourself, or remember, rather, the saying that says that people come into our lives for a reason, for a season, or a lifetime. So it's our job to discern whether this person is one of those that's in your life for a reason, for a season, or a lifetime. People that come into our lives for a reason are like people that we sit next to on an airplane. We may never see them again, but maybe the exchange and the conversation that we had was so significant that we knew there was a purpose and a reason for them sitting next to us for an extended period of time. People that come into our lives for a season are like our high school classmates or college friends who we went to school with for a while, or maybe we worked along with for a while, but they're only in our lives for a stage maybe. And there are few and chosen and meaningful and valuable ones that come into our lives for a lifetime. So you and I have to, on a daily basis, assess whether the person that we're choosing to be with fits in one of these three categories, and then go with it. I hope this was helpful and broaden your ideas as to how we go about letting go. And sometimes we have to let go not only of a person, but maybe of a job, a boss, a friend, and people who came into our lives for a little while, but it's time to let them go. So I hope this is helpful and inspiring to you, and that you share with other people that you believe could benefit from this reflection. If you want to talk about this and other topics with me, feel free to contact me on my Instagram under WAlexGrant. Also, you may reach me on my Facebook at Alex Grant, Consejero Familiar y Motivador. And know that this reflection will remain posted on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on my YouTube channel. If you want to set up an appointment for some counseling, whether individually or as a partner, you may do so by contacting me at country code 506, and the number is 61863941. Again, country code 506 61863941. My name is Alex Grant, and this was another edition of Mic Drop. Have a wonderful Friday and weekend, and see you next week with another topic that hopefully would inspire you and be helpful to you. Bye-bye.